Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of The Outer Worlds. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as we talk to Dr. Jasper Lowe, who doesn't really care about his teams and the people and anything. He is, in fact, I'm pretty sure he could have saved the team that died over here in this space station that we're in. I still want to see the storm. I want to see the storm. I want to see how it works, so I can ramble about it. Yeah, the few who remained were overworked. He was telling us, and he was also telling us, oh, it's so beautiful to be able to do this, that he worked on Project Gorgon. He was talking about Project Gorgon. In fact, I said there's primals, but maybe not primals in here. I think the primals that he's referring to were in Gorgon, or on Gorgon. It's a little bit confusing about what he's referring to, because we're sort of getting, we're meddling in affairs that we weren't privy to from the beginning, so we're just sort of like finding things out. Tell me what happened.
We were designing a drug the likes of which Halcyon had never seen. A veritable panacea that cured lethargy and guaranteed a lifetime of productivity. I was overwhelmed, overworked, frustrated. Forced to submit unfinished samples, failing to meet impossible deadlines.
You should have talked to somebody.
The only people I knew were either struggling with the same problem or causing it. I started self-medicating to enable my genius to perform at a greater capacity. To forget, to endure, to feel nothing. Project Gorgon was in its final days when the primals attacked our lab. It wasn't long until Spacer's Choice authorized my transfer to this facility.
So this must have happened before, well, obviously before Spacer's Choice. It definitely happened before Spacer's Choice decided to stop Project Gorgon. Human Inquiry was testing Adrenatime on people. Why did you need primals in your lab?
Human Inquiry was supposed to be responsible for testing Adrenatime. Under normal circumstances, the chem lab wouldn't have had to perform live tests. But creative incubation pressured my team with impossible deadlines. The prototypes we delivered to Dr. Blakesley at Human Inquiry were poor, because we were rushed. I had to begin experimenting on my own. I had to perform my own tests, so I used primals. They're not the best choice for test subjects, but I was working for Spacer's Choice.
That was seriously reckless.
Whoever reached greatness by coloring within the lines. And besides, my lines often move around on the page. My point is, I was doing my job. I was doing science. I will continue to do so until my mind or my body expires.
What exactly does Auntie Cleo have you working on?
Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
Yeah, we read an email that said that he just was delaying it because there was something else. Jasper, everyone's dead. There's no use lying.
I'm not lying. I'm carefully curating the truth for you. All right, listen. Auntie needs to be patient. I'll eventually get around to developing Anthracillin Plus. My priority right now is sky high. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
I don't think you have those. I need to get inside the chem lab on Gorgon.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
Sounds familiar. Somebody's been warning me to stay off Gorgon.
Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Your colleagues are dead, Jasper. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
I think he's gonna get to quit. Hold on, I've got some questions.
Of course you do. Well then, let's hear them.
I want to talk to you about Project Gorgon.
One thing at a time, my chatty accomplice. Turbine repairs first, interviews later.
Sure. What's that draft message on your office terminal all about, by the way?
Did you snoop through my things? And just admit it to me.
No, I didn't.
You do have gall, I'll give you that. Look, I keep a draft on my terminal where I vent my occasional frustrations with upper management. It's honestly one of my less detrimental coping methods, as I am not stupid enough to fill out the name in the address field.
I probably will be able to do some of that. I should go. Well. Oh, man, these people. Right? Anyway, let's see what we have over here. We have our lockpicking somewhere. Lockpicking pants. No. That's how that works.
Left hands, Cap.
And I take all of that stuff. Because I'm very good. And the rest of the stuff doesn't matter. So I've been everywhere. Unless, of course... No, I've been everywhere. Oh, no, I didn't go down there. Remember, I said I wanted to go over here. Ow, my ankles. Or yay, my ankles, in fact. There's some sprats down here, or the sounds of them. There's a computer over there. I saw that. Caught it through the corner of my eye. I swear I would have missed it. What is this? So, Anthracillin team, welcome, or Anthracillin Plus team, welcome to the project. What is Anthracillin Plus? Anthracillin Plus mint flavor, works on human plus canids, just added a plus sign to the name. As you can see, branding is still working on the working out the kinks, but luckily we have plenty of time to finish the formula before they finalize the packaging and slogans. Now let's get to work brewing a bigger, better version of Anti's Anthracillin. Reminder, friends don't let friends self-test their concoctions. And I can disable automechanical hostility protocols. The hostility protocols for all orbital station automechanicals assigned to the laboratory are currently disabled. That sounds good. We also have a project update over here. Notice effective immediately. Team, we're temporarily redirecting our efforts to perfecting Dr. Lowe's proprietary, quote, 6-high mix, unquote, which maximizes genius and productivity. After sampling Dr. Lowe's, quote, sky-high mix, did I say 6-high mix? It's sky-high mix, unquote. The team agrees that this will enable us to reach our original project goals better in the long run and is so worth a momentary detour. Yates is the one who wrote this. And I will remind you that Lowe said that's better. It's better that Yates died. Let's see. Meeting notes. Let's go back to that. No, it's not what I wanted. I'm just getting lost in here. Meeting notes. Property of Anti-Cleo. A note on today's meeting notes. This record is abbreviated due to an unscheduled chemical leak that permeated the meeting room. That's somebody farted, probably. The resulting and immediate inhalation of noxious gases caused double vision, hallucinations, an uncontrollable sense of giddiness, and projectile vomiting. Side effects occurred in all meeting participants. As such, we cut the time block down to 1 hour from the standard 2-hour review. Meeting notes, Dr. Lowe, where the devil is Sullivan? I told that numbskull if he missed one more staff meeting, and Yates says, he couldn't make it, Doctor. He caught his hand in the specimen splicer again. Dr. Lowe says, oh, you mean his remaining hand? And Audine says, not anymore. And apparently Yates is snickering. Dr. Lowe says, what was that? I heard something. And Yates says, nothing. Dr. Lowe says, no, I'm sure. It sounded like a... And Audine, perhaps it was your imagination, Doctor. And Dr. Lowe goes, right. When isn't it, Jasper? When isn't it? At any rate, he'll require a replacement. And Audine says, or asks, for his hands? Dr. Lowe goes, don't be asinine, for his productivity. We can't risk falling behind, not now. Not when I am at long last on the cusp of a breakthrough. Yates says, you've balanced the mixture then. Marvelous, Doctor. Audine whispers to Yates, bootlicker. And then to Dr. Lowe, she just says it louder. I'll have Kel put in a request for a personnel transfer. If we're very lucky, we could get a new body with the supply drop something coming next month. Elsewise, we'll have to wait a year. Dr. Lowe says, no, this is unacceptable. I distinctly smell, and then a hissing sound seeps through the vents, and coughing starts. Dr. Lowe says, what imbecile scheduled the testing release in this time block? The room is allotted for self-testing on Thursdays only. And apparently, laughing ensues. I don't, says Yates, and then vomiting, and that's it. So that wasn't farts. We have the testing data over here of all the different versions. First version administered to Raptidon. Raptidon exploded. Administered lower dosage. Raptidon exploded, but more slowly. Sky High mixture, the next one. Administered single drop to self. Woke on the turbine platform, naked, drenched, and holding a handful of severed sprat tails. Then another concoction, misplaced calculations. Then another one, added mint flavoring, tested on canid, breath, markedly improved, canid exploded. Right. Okay, progress report then. Milestone 1 met, and 2 as well met, and everything else is not met, but milestone 12 is in progress. Then they skipped the 11, I don't know why. It's weird. Well, okay, so we're halfway there. This is obviously where we're supposed to go. I'm still curious about the elevator. Is this where... What in the world? Oh, the elevator... Was that a shortcut or something? Because we're supposed to go over there, so we're not going over there. But the elevator must have taken us to here. There's a lot of them. We're good. Don't worry about it. I mean, you might not be good, but that's doesn't matter as much. Yeah. Whew, okay. Did he go down there? Did he go for melee? He might have. Ooh, we got Anti-Cleo vending machine. Our discounts are pretty decent. Let's sell some of our armor. Oh, we can sell junk as well. Some of our armor here. It's always a bad thing to sell armor because it's confusing half the time. Tech skills, so sell these. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I have those, so that's good. And I'm pretty sure I have hacking, or I have tech skills elsewhere. Leadership skills, science, and intimidation. Handguns. Wait a minute, these things are really... Oh, these are weightless. Hiccup. These are weightless. Fedora Red branded ports of call. Sure. It's got good things in here, all things considered. Yeah. Stealth skills. Yeah, we don't need those. Heavy things. I need the hack. I don't need the medical. I might need. The dodge. Definitely don't need. Inspiration I might need. We got some tech skills over here. But these are heavy. And yeah, so we're keeping that. Okay, good stuff. Getting a little bit of money. It's never a bad thing. Oh. Then we must have not come here. No, we did. How did I not open that door? What did I do wrong in my life that I didn't open that door? Either way, we're good. Everybody else is not. They're very dead. Let's disable those.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a dead end. So that might be where the elevator is or something. Because I think that dead end there is meant to make this level that otherwise would be open to turn it into a linear level. Which is something we have, I think, seen already in this DLC specifically. Yeah, just some parts and whatnot. How do I get back up here? Oh, there's another ramp. And dead people. Well, they're not people. They're robots. They kind of look like people, but they're not. And, at least not in this game, anyway. What we have over here is like a war room. And there's an explosive right next to it. And Dr. Lowe's Sky High Mix. That's not the first one we find, is it? I'm pretty... Wait a minute. It can't be. If it were... No, it is not. A small dose of a highly potent caffeinoid. It will reduce the cost of actions during TTD by 80% for the duration. Dr. Lowe's... Actually, that is pretty good. Is that the first time we see that? Or is there another type of drug like that? Because that's the kind of drug that I would use. Maybe, I mean, now I'm too used to not using any drugs, so I wouldn't. But, you know, you see how little they change things. Alcohol, personality attributes +1. Yay for my +1 on personality attributes. +3 skill, yay. It's definitely, I mean, it's not that it can't work. Ooh, we're gonna be able to see the storm. It looks like we're in the sky, and the storm is just the wind. Sure, okay. We can call it the storm if you want to. Ooh, Tilleritos. I would like that. I think it's the first time we see that as well. Is it? No. I choked up even. Tropicorn chips in a variety of flavors, from plain to habanero rocket. It is the first time we see that. So they added new... Oh my god. I wish they didn't. I wish they hadn't, I should say. They added new items of the variety of items that... I mean, obviously they added new items, but they added new consumable items. A storm cannon over here. I believe we have seen that before. A storm cannon.
That was quick.
That's always very quick. Let's see what this storm cannon is all about. Nope, we have not seen it before. It is a heavy weapon, and it's probably pretty good for... I mean, all weapons are balanced perfectly, so none of them are pretty good. They just need to use the weapons that are better suited for the type of combat that you're, well, skilled at, for one, but also involved in at the moment. Like, don't use snipers at close quarters like I did. Disable sentry hostility protocol. The hostility protocol for the mechanical sentry assigned to the command deck is currently disabled. Please ensure all human resources have been properly disposed of in Anti-Cleo's biorecycle containment units. The team shall arrive to close down the lab and recycle functioning equipment within the next 90 days. And we also have Site Safety Engineer's log. From the manual, it reads, in the unfortunate event of a necessitated downsizing, the most senior Site Safety Engineer or the sole member on assignment shall initiate, by mandate of Anti's corporate headquarters, the Pink Slip Protocol manufacturer's directive included within all automechanicals stationed at the facility. So it is the automechanicals that killed them all. From the Site Safety Engineer, sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant's storm-riddled atmosphere, my ex-wife said. Now, no one told me I'd eventually have to press the button I was guarding. The Pink Slip Protocol button. That final choice between diligent duty or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for a reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale's real nice this time of year. Who's this person? There's no dead people around here, so... I mean, apart from this dude over here. I don't see any red button. That's all I'm saying. And this doesn't look like a red button to me. It's got a lot of red buttons, but that's just, they look so cool. They're the type of buttons that, like from fighter jets and whatnot. Anyway, recent security complaints. What do we have over here? The following complaints have been filed with the Site Safety Engineer's office. Regarding sprat tails in coffee. Complaint. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails... Oh, that's why they didn't have any tails! That's why the sprats before didn't have any tails. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails and dropping them into innocent, unguarded cups of coffee needs to cut it out, or I'll cut off something of yours next. It's not funny, and I'm tired of cleaning up coffee-colored vomit. Junior Custodial Assistant Gracie G. Goldmain, who is probably dead. We also have lost cards. Complaint missing. Queen of Hearts. Oh, this is probably from Kelly, obviously. Queen of Hearts, 5 of Gloves, all aces, and the 3, 7, and 8 and 9 of spades. Last seen on my desk is a solitaire spread. Reward if found, a friendly game of whist. I don't know what that is, but if it's friendly, it's nice. Even if not returned, we can make do. Really, come play with me. Betting not required, or we can place bets if you'd rather. I've got a couple packets of sugar-free 0% sweetener left. I could barter. Isn't she the sweetest? Anyway, we have power outage. Also, she might be in on this, and she might hide secrets because she was a little bit too lucid. But anyway, complaint. This is for which one was this? Propriety. Complaint. Some thefts have been happening each time the power goes off, and the power keeps going off for longer each time. Coincidence? I think not. Folks are it is not a coincidence because you just said that. So. I understand that this is supposed to be like a funny thing. Coincidence? I think not. Ha ha ha. But the very first sentence of this is establishing not a correlation, but a causation. No, actually, it's not establishing the causation here. It is just a confirmed correlation. But it doesn't matter to the point. Correlations are not coincidences. In the sense, well... If they're correlated, they're not coincidences. That's my point. Like, I know it's kind of complicated to understand it because what is a correlation and what is a causation? Well, basically, if I put my feet in water, then my feet are wet. That is obviously a correlation, but it is also a causation. It's correlation because the two things are correlated to each other in a certain way, but it is also causation in the sense that my feet being wet are caused by the water. So. You know, that's the distinction. It's just what the words mean. But the thing is, in here, that it's not saying that the thefts are being caused by the power going off or vice versa. Or you probably need to phrase those sentences in a little bit of a better way because obviously the thefts aren't causing by the power going off. But what I mean is the thefts don't happen because the power went off, or the power went off the power doesn't go off because the thefts happen, but the correlation is still there. Whenever there's a correlation, it is not a coincidence. That's the opposite. Whenever there's no correlation, it is a coincidence. And that's what sort of irked me with the coincidence, I think not. You immediately start with the saying there's no coincidence. Because you say, did I read it wrong? Keep happening? It's not keep happening. It's have been happening each time the power goes off. So there isn't necessarily a correlation. Because it could be a coincidence in the sense that they don't keep happening. It's not a repeated thing. I mean, it is a repeated thing, but they may stop. Anyway, I ramble about all the things, you know me. Folks are getting antsy as the year and the storm stretches, and that makes them mean. This is from George S.E. This is apparently self-reported. Wait a minute, this is the guy... Oh. This is the guy that killed them all. I mean, effectively. There's a lot of that people, though. Still no red buttons. Just one of those things. I said, maybe I misread that as well. Maybe the button wasn't red. And it was just a button. I know he was guarding it, but... Either way. Heck yeah. So I am still betting, you see the linearity here? I'm still betting that we're going to find an elevator. And we just found an elevator. What do I tell you, hmm? I told you we were going to find an elevator. And now I want to see it. Yeah. So we don't need to go there. We'll never need to go there, most likely. What do we have down here?
Nicely done.
Stun baton hyper, which is the same as the one that I found upstairs, but I couldn't see the stats, so I didn't take it, but I probably should, because it is actually expensive as heck. So let's go back upstairs. I don't remember where it was up here. I think I know where it was. It was up here somewhere. Oh, right. Good. That said, we haven't found, or maybe we have and I just forgot, we haven't found any of the keys. Like the key for that particular door. But because there was a side entrance, it probably was really supposed to be... You weren't supposed to find the key. You were supposed to just go through the side entrance. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. That's pretty good. But what isn't good is the end of the episode. The end of the episode is never good. It is bad. And it is time for the bad. I'm Colonel RPG, as usual. And I hope you even had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the rambles. I ramble a lot. Yeah, see you next episode. Bye-bye.